It's the MagicGatheringStrat Show. It's a show about a magic podcast. Hello, everybody. It's me, Brennon, your lovable host. Along with me, as always, are my two this week, co-hosts. Sam, the Vault Boy Hunter. Say hello, Sam.
Hello, everybody out there in the beautiful world.
And back with us is Dan, the fan of history.
I am back.
Dun, dun, dun.
Welcome back, Dan.
Yay, Dan. I feel that our show was like a rainbow, missing a part of the color spectrum without you, Dan. So,
okay.
Now our rainbow is complete.
Awesome.
Definitely missed you during the set review.
Away from you guys.
Yeah. Our trio makes such beautiful noises together.
Yes. What would Sam and Frodo be without Gollum?
Exactly. Wait, who's Gollum in this scenario?
Let the listeners decide.
Yeah, okay. That's probably best.
I think I get to be Sam.
Sam, because you are Sam.
I am Sam.
And who's the one speaking in a strange accent and who's greedy?
And
okay, I call
he
him.
doesn't like fish either, so, I mean, come on.
No, tricksy habits. No.
There you go.
Brennan, you have to be Frodo then.
Okay. Oh, Sam, I can't go on any longer. Oh.
I'd like to apologize to everybody listening. This has really gone off the rails.
So this is a show about magic when I left it.
Oh, no, we've totally gone over to total Lord of the Rings fanfic.
Yeah, and I mean, it's all pretty excellent stuff. So.
It's been pretty entertaining. Gets a little hot in here, if you know what I mean. Wink.
Wink,
Okay.
wink.
Okay, anyway, back on track. SPDC. That's right, folks. Nothing to do with Lord of the Rings. All SPDC. 2807 happened this past Sunday. 10 players, 10 reported. Thank you. 3 rounds, top 4 playoff hosted by the lovely and talented Dr. Chris Baker. First place, Is It Blitz by said doctor. Second place was another heroic. It was Boros heroic by Flying Men. Rounding out the top 4, Harsh Tokens by Adner. That is the Orzhov Harsh Sustenance deck. And Nagi Boltra with Disco Bloodfire, which is another Is It build. But let's take a look at the winner. We have Is It Blitz. Got the Acroans, some Valley Dasher. That's something you don't see ever that often here. You got the Mardu Scout, which is a great card. Hill Cutter, which is also a pretty excellent card. Lands, pretty much what you'd expect. Evolving, Swiftwater, Island Mountain, but only one island. Why? Because if you look at the creatures, look at that. They're all red. Over here, all the spells. You have Dragon Mantle, red. Lightning Strike, red. Titan Strength, red. Voyage's End, and Treasure Cruiser, blue. But you have some Negate and Disdainful Stroke and Force Away in the sideboard. I feel you're going to have to be real careful on what you side in if you're only going to keep your 5 blue sources.
Yeah, that seems like it's only 20 lands, too.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like it might be short a couple lands. I mean, Dr. Chris did good work with it.
He did.
On Sunday, so it just feels like maybe it needs a couple more lands overall, but looks like a really good deck. He had put it up on the Twitter, so I looked at it earlier in the weekend. So
Right. Yeah, I had to, and this is another thing we're going to keep running into. If you'll notice up here it says 50 cards. It's because Scout, Hill Cutter, and Collateral Damage are still not on the little, I don't know what you would call it. Yeah, their database is not updated. And we're going to come out with
getting updated at all.
Nope. And we're having it
since cons now.
And now we're going to have another set.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be there. That's going to suck. Anyway, let's take a look at...
By the site. And update it.
Well, wonder how much money is in a free service.
We probably get it for free.
Yeah.
If we update it.
If we update it, right. Okay. Opening hand starts with the most beautiful Evolving Wilds there ever has been. I love that card.
Just the best art I've seen on Evolving Wilds.
Yeah.
It's great.
Even without the planes, it's still cool. And you have a mountain. Collateral Damage. Pretty useful card, by the way. A Crowan Crusader. Mardu Scout. Lightning Strike. And Treasure Cruise. Okay. So, what do we have here? We have a mountain. You could play your Crusader. But we have no way to trigger Heroic.
Collateral Damage.
It doesn't. It's a sacrifice effect.
You have to sacrifice.
Unless you actually collateral damage the Crowan Crusader. Can you target it and sacrifice it?
I don't think so.
You have the Scout, and then you collateral damage
the Scout. Ugh.
That's gross. Okay.
Yeah, drop 3 cards to get a 1/1 hasty token.
That's probably not your best case scenario, right?
No. You know what my favorite things I've done so far is? I had 3 Satyr Hoplites out, and I arc lightning them.
Oh, that's so nice.
Whip them into shape.
Yep, they got bigger. It was awesome. Anyway, that might not have been the most useful thing I've done with an arc lightning, but it was pretty awesome. Okay. Here is the Tower of Power. We've gone back to this. It's all 1-drops and 2-drops. I think you can kind of ignore the 2 Treasure Cruise out there at the +7. Because you're really going to try to cast them for way less. But anyway, there's there's your curve, if you want to call it that.
What's in the 3-drop? The Hill Cutters and...
Oh,
just Hill Cutters?
No. Hill Cutter is actually 4.
Okay.
That's there.
It's the 2 4s? Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe
is
it'll
3?
be in the next 6.
Let's find out. I don't think it is, though. All right. Oh, Hordling Outburst? Was that in there?
No, this is
wasn't in there.
Standard Pauper.
Oh, that's right. Well, it's uncommon. Well, let's look at the next 6. You got a mountain, more collateral damage, Voyage's End, Valley Dasher. Well, there's something for you. Lightning Strike and Mountain.
Okay, so it was a couple active treasons to go with the collateral damages.
There you go.
Yeah.
There's the 3-drops. Well, here's your next. You'll have enough to be casting Lightning Strike and Voyage's End. Maybe it'll give you enough time to get going. My concern is you're going to have to make way for the Scout to do damage, and you're not going to be triggering Heroic on the Crusader for quite a while.
How many things did you have that could trigger Heroic?
It's a good question.
He has 4 Dragon Mantles, 4 Titan Strengths, and that's it for the Acromans.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the 3 drops were 2 Active Treasons and 2 Minotaur Skull Cleavers.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the full amount of cards, this might not have been the strongest of keeps.
Right.
But, I mean, this deck is kind of... visually, it's kind of confusing because it wants to be really, like, fast out of the gate, but it's not playing some of the stronger cards for that strategy, like the Hoplites.
Yeah. The issue I have with Dash is great. You can have a hasty creature at the and turn 7 if you need it, and also on turn 2 if you need it. So you have something that can get out there, and if you need to, you can cast them if you need them to block. But if you are dashing them out, if you're starting on turn 2 dashing them out, you're going to be spending that mana, and with this light of mana and your mana base, you're spending a lot of mana just dashing to keep pressure.
You're never developing your board either.
That's my issue. Although we say we have all these issues, and he still won. So
no, I mean he did good. I mean he took out some pretty decent decks from the look of them. I mean he lost to Flangman, beat Flangman, beat Nick Bobby, beat Adner. I mean all of them are typically top 8 most of the time. So or top 4, I guess this week. But
right. No, I'm not saying it was a light load. He really had to come out ahead on this.
So
anyway,
I got crushed by a similar build playing Gary's Cruise.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure that deck was blue at all.
Huh.
It's on the reserve channel.
Okay. But it was just straight up red.
I think so, yeah.
Red dashers and dancers and prancers and vixens.
Yes. They're good.
Stop it. Sorry, my cat's playing with his ball, and it's making a lot of noise.
Get him?
There. Okay. Oh, stop it. He keeps going back to it.
Steal it from him.
It's in like a track. I can't. It's like in this.
Oh, ball. It's one of those.
Yeah, it's in a track. You can never get the ball out. So he hits it and it goes round and round and round the track. Yeah. Anyway, there's enough cat talk. All right. Well, I guess let's talk about our past week. Sam, do you have any announcements or any updates or anything you want to talk about this week?
I've been massively sick since like this time last week with like an upper chest infection, respiratory infection, so I haven't been really doing anything magical. Got my cube update ordered today.
Oh, nice.
And I've been very slowly, trepidatiously starting to brew for Standard Pauper because Dragons comes out this weekend.
Yeah.
I won't buy the cards this weekend because commons will be expensive for 2 days.
Right. Which
it's
shocking, but yeah.
But I have a couple ideas.
Oh, cool.
For brews, and
yeah, we should bring a brew next week and show
that sounds like
the
fun.
peoples.
Do you know? Did you guys read on the bug report that reprint the Dragons is legal as of after the downtime tomorrow?
Really?
Yeah, because that's how they have to set the filter up this time for some strange reason.
Funny.
But you can, so in Standard Pauper, as of tomorrow, we'll be able to play the reprints, Duress, Pacifism.
Oh, wow.
A few days earlier than the rest of the cards hit.
Huh.
So it's pretty funny.
Oh, interesting.
But I'm looking forward to Duress coming back at the very, very least. I think Pacifism is a pretty decent answer for a heroic, I guess, kind of. God's Willing still makes it fall off.
Uh-huh.
But
that's my experience with pacifism in constructed. It just always gets destroyed. But it did work in Standard Pauper last time. It was around, right?
It was great.
Yeah. You needed it.
I mean, it was also around with.
Yeah, I remember people casting it on my gatekeepers.
Mm-hmm.
And
then it fell off.
When you blinked them? Yes, I'm sure it did.
You cast multiple flickers a turn for always for value. Let's not ever go back to that time. Never.
Yeah.
But I'm at the point where personally I'm kind of ready for Origins and I'm ready for rotation.
Already
for some Zendikar. because I'm just very tired of battle cruisers.
Are you trying to ignore Modern Masters? Okay, it doesn't affect Pauper that much.
I mean, it won't affect Standard
True.
Pauper really, unfortunately, at all.
Yeah, not standard, but it it did move stuff down last time to common.
Yeah, quite significant stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something we'll definitely be monitoring downshifts. So, especially since they're going all the way to Scars Block, and there is definitely stuff in Scars Block where they didn't quite nail the rarity on correctly that they can drop down. So,
Batterskull at common.
I think that's completely reasonable. I have no problem with that.
Wow. Could you imagine? Everybody.
It's too expensive for Classic Pauper.
Yeah.
It's way too expensive for Classic Pauper.
Yeah. Delver goes, oh, what's that? Counter it.
Counter, yeah.
I'm going to spell
Classic Pauper doesn't care.
I'm going to spell stutter your Batterskull.
I'm going to spell stutter your Batterskull.
I saw something that I had never seen before, and it's probably because I wasn't around when Bitter Blossom was in its heyday. But Baba was playing it, and someone spell stuttered, and Baba was like, oh, but he only has 2 fairies out. Guess what also counts as a fairy?
Oh, Bitter Blossom.
Bitter Blossom.
That's awesome.
Oh my god.
Yep. Okay. So he spell stuttered for 3, which was exactly the casting cost that the spell Baba was casting. Yeah. So anyway. Well, that's cool. Let's see, who do we have up next? It's Dan. Yay, Dan. You've been away for so long. We missed you so much.
Yes, and I'm glad I set up the Patreon because I have lived up to my commitments. So I'm playing at least at this point one Pauper, one Standard Pauper, one Modern match on video each week. And we just hit the limited video as well. So I'm doing a limited video week.
Dragons! You're going to play dragons. You're going to be dragons.
Yes, I'm going to be Dragon Dan.
You're going to play so many subpart dragons.
I have played a couple of extra Pauper and Standard Pauper matches. I did play the Harsh Tokens deck.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I had to play Gary's Cruise.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, that deck is almost as fun as Flickergate. Imagine Flickergate with Treasure Cruises.
Yeah, Treasure Cruises and Grey Merchant. Oh my god.
Yeah, and then you would have like the big decision there. Do I cruise away my Flicker or not?
Huh. No.
Yeah.
I don't think that.
Christmas Land.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, that's about it. It feels like I have disconnected Magic quite a bit because that's very few matches compared to what I used to play in a week.
Yeah, I used to play, 100 in a week?
Yeah, I'm very happy that we have so many good video makers on the channel right now because there are still a lot of videos on the channel.
Yeah, there are.
Hey, 2 of them are even Swedish. Farf is back.
I saw. Yay, Farf.
Yeah,
Master.
Farf doing his cube up, so good times.
Yeah, Binkaby and Farf are actually, I think, local friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh, well, cool.
It was Farf that introduced me to Binkaby.
Oh, how funny. I didn't know that.
Hey, Dan, you weren't on last week. What was your reaction to Cruz getting the hammer? Because
that's right. We didn't really talk about it.
I loved it. I felt that I was compelled to play 4 Cruises in every deck because it was just a very good card. And I think it had to go. I think they could well have axed Cloud of Fairies and 5 other blue cards. And then maybe Pauper would be balanced between the colors. The blue is so powerful in Classic Pauper.
Yeah.
Blue is super strong in any Eternal format, I mean.
But I think it is worse in the Classic Pauper just because they never intended to balance the commons. And in old sets, the commons are so powerful. So after New World Order, I think it's okay, but not the stuff like Days and Brainstorm and
right.
Just
yeah. I saw somebody. Was it Tom the Scud that said Wizards must really hate blue because now Pauper Blue only has 7 of the 9 best draw spells ever in Magic.
So, I mean, yeah, you could still rock Ponder and Preordain, which you can't really do in any other format.
No.
So, I mean, there's just a lot of stuff that Pauper has. And I'm going to miss the boat, but that's kind of just how it goes, right?
The horrible truth is that of the 10 cards, the 10 most played cards in Pauper, 7 are blue.
Mm-hmm.
And the most played non-blue card is Pyroblast.
Wow. No way.
And Lightning Bolt comes in at number 7. Pyroblast is number 5. And then you actually have Electricity, which has nothing to do with blue, at number 10.
Here, give us the blue cards. I'm trying to figure him out, but just tell us.
Treasure Cruise is number 1.
Yeah.
Delver is number 2.
Okay.
Preordain. And those 3 are way over the others. So they are at around 40% of all decks.
Wow.
And then we get down to 30%. And that's Counterspell, Pyroblast, Dispel. Dispel is that high? I didn't realize that.
That's insane.
Yeah, I didn't think that either.
Lightning Bolt, Ponder. So Dispel is more played than Ponder. I did not expect that. Hydroblast and Electricity.
No Cloud? No,
but Cloud is right off the list. It's the 3rd most played creature in Pauper. And 3 top creatures are blue.
Of course they
it's
are.
Delver, Cloud, and Spellstutter?
Muldrifter.
Muldrifter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Value.
Crazy. That's crazy.
Super value.
Yeah, and on the top 10 list, we also have Nivik Cyclops and Spire Golem. But then there are some green cards, actually.
Really?
On these 2 lists, we don't have any black or any white cards. None.
I bet if you give it a month, black creatures and spells are going to make a comeback because I think mono black control is well positioned to come back.
Yeah, maybe.
Pauper because it couldn't keep up 1-for-1ing with Treasure Cruise around. But I mean, now that Treasure Cruise is gone, it's going to be able to do its thing again.
Maybe the blue decks that play Treasure Cruise will realize that they have this advantage over mono black control if they play like deep analysis or something. So you just need. It's the fact that Delver often has no true card draw that makes it vulnerable to mono black control.
Playing the cantrips isn't.
And mono black control is such a weird spot in Classic Pauper because it's a control deck that can't beat other control decks. And it's just... It can beat the aggro decks. So it's somewhere in between. So if you play a blue control deck against mono black control, you have a big advantage. Of course, Grey Merchant changed that a little bit, but before Grey Merchant, it was very clear that mono black control was almost a buy for the blue control decks, as they could draw cards.
Right. Yeah, you can only sign in blood and read the bones yourself so often.
Yeah, and every time somebody resolves a Muldrifter against you, then you're like, oh, I can't 1-for-1 that.
No. Oh, well. All right. Well, it's good to have you back, Dan. Yay.
Yay, Dan.
Yeah, you get my rants again.
Heck yeah. Sam and I were floundering to fill the silence.
We just get along way too well for any sort of arguing.
Okay.
I was going to be like, are you shuffling cards to bring back a little of the old magic?
Right.
I did.
I wasn't. I'm not shuffling cards. What are you talking about?
Mikey, stop.
Yes.
Everybody got that reference.
Yeah, it's been like a year.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I realized? And we kind of totally... Who, Mikey K?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Hey, Mikey, if you're listening, get in touch with Sam. We will book you on the show, buddy.
That would be awesome.
And I promise I will not shuffle any cards. Not that I ever did, but I promise I won't.
Not that he did.
Yeah. Oh, what I was going to say is we totally blew past it. I didn't even think about it until I was going back and looking at some of the old stuff. This show is over a year old.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah,
so it's been doing this for about a year, and then it's been almost... It's actually almost coming up on the anniversary of Sam coming on.
Yeah, it's right around the time you actually, is it? It's a little over a year since you rolled the Standard Pauper Gauntlet at this point, because you did it before the NCAA tournament started last year.
Right.
So.
Hey, I have an announcement about the Standard Pauper Gauntlet, but after this.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what I was saying. I just thought we should... I was going back and I went through our Journey to Nyx review, Sam.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, we totally didn't nail it.
I mean, when I look back at Journey to Nyx, I can't think of any cards from the set.
Yeah.
I mean, it has the classic third set.
It
not
did.
good. And I feel like dragons. I mean, I'm very happy that there's not going to be any more third sets.
Me
Just
too.
as long as they can do the two set rotation thing well. So.
Yeah, it's just going to go back to standalone. Arabian Nights 2.
How
the
bad
Electric
did we do?
Boogaloo.
I don't like the 18-month rotation because it just makes Standard even more expensive.
Oh, it will. Standard.
Oh, yeah.
And you will
you're
lose
gonna have to be a
all
maniac
investment.
to play. Yeah, you're going to have to be a maniac to play Standard. But, I mean, it's going to keep Standard Pauper a little more interesting. And
True.
Modern, of course, is going to constantly be changing decks, I think. So.
Right. Oh, well. Okay, let's see. We also have...
Can I speak about the Standard Pauper Gauntlet?
Oh, sure. Go for it.
So, first, you and I talked about doing another season. And it was a lot of work last time. And the big thing compared to the normal Pauper Gauntlet is that the waiting time for matches. So we put it in the Patreon. Bava decided that if nobody else was going to do it, he was going to do it. So we put it at $800 level. And we are quite far from that, so we need more patrons. Go to patreon.com/MagicGatheringStrat and please support the show, the YouTube channel and stuff. But we had a gap. We moved the goal from $250 down. So we had a gap at $250. So I talked Bava into moving the Standard Pauper Gauntlet to...
Oh, boy.
So if the Patreon reaches $250, we will run the Standard Pauper Gauntlet, and he will play he will sort of overall be in charge and play the uneven rounds. He will start, and then I will play round 2. He will play round 3. I will play round 4, etc. So I will help him to do that because I think we need a second season of the Standard Pauper Gauntlet.
Yeah. I would... gosh, I wish I could do it. But I am afraid that these days I just do not have the time and effort to put forth the quality product that our viewers deserve.
I don't think Bava really knows what he's getting into because so far you are the only one who actually knows to do a Pauper Gauntlet. Me.
I mean, I tried to help out a lot with the Standard Pauper Gauntlet
you
as
did.
much as I possibly could. So it was an ordeal for Brennon.
It was a team effort.
there were days that Brennan would be like, I have to play 6 matches and I've been waiting for an hour and a half to get one game.
Right.
Oh, wow.
And I'd be like, let me help you. Let me play a couple games. So
yes, Sam's name was up there a lot during that gauntlet.
It's never going to be as fluid as the Pauper Gauntlet just for the fact that it's just not the community support, which is a shame. I mean, it's a fun format, guys. Play it, please.
Everybody.
Yeah.
If we are 2 people doing it as well, we probably do a couple of rounds where we play each other. That's something we need to discuss first, but that's an option to speed things up.
Yeah, we're going to have to... Yeah, all of us here on the show will definitely be playing some matches in one way or another, whether it's against Baba and Dan or helping them out when they are pulling their hair out because they're waiting for an hour for a match. Well,
as you have seen now, we do keep all the commitments of the Patreon. We have now reached 11 goals. And that means that you can put me in quite a pickle by putting the Patreon on $400 because if that happens, I think it needs to happen way before the Pauper Gauntlet starts on November 8th. But I could be in a situation where I have to do the Standard Pauper Gauntlet and the Modern Gauntlet at the same time.
Oh my.
So then I would probably have to give up any free time, but we would do it.
Sleep, yeah, okay.
Yeah. That would be Dan would open a Standard Pauper game and a Modern game, and then the Standard Pauper Gauntlet would just grind to a halt. Dan would be like, I played 20 Modern games today and 1 Standard Pauper game.
Yeah, that would probably be the case.
That's just the harsh reality. People love Modern.
They sure do.
Yeah, actually, the videos on the channel, the Modern videos are by far the most popular now. Out of the 25 most viewed videos, like 20 are Modern and 5 are other things like the Magic Online University. And the first Pauper video is at number 26.
Wow.
I hope when Modern Masters 2 or 2015 or whatever they're going to call it, when that hits, I hope Farf and BKB bring some of their limited Magic. Those guys seem to be just amazing limited players and do a whole bunch of videos. I mean, Farf, he's been at least making it to the finals of every Legacy Cube he does. I mean, that format's no slouch. It's really super swingy, so...
Yeah, I'll try to make them.
Oh, no, I mean, don't make them. Just go, hey guys.
He goes, kicking their door.
I know where you live. It's far away from me.
I'll just go, I'll say to Farf that, the viewers think that BKB is a better drafter than you.
Oh.
Done. And then I'll go to BKB and say, the viewers think that Farf is much better than you. Is that true?
Well, yeah, there needs to be a draft off.
Draft off? Yeah.
Oh, if they could get
card game murdered.
Right. Dun dun dun. It's a real whodunit. All right, Bava gave us an update for this week. Yay, Bava! He wanted to let everybody know that he is 2-1 in the league, and hopes everybody's been keeping up with the videos and all the league content.
He crushed me in the 3rd round.
He did. It was the Dan versus Bava, excuse me, grudge match / league matchup, and he spanked Dan.
Yes, so hard.
He did. He spanked you in the 1st round, and you said, "Please, sir, may I have another?"
Yep.
He did it.
That mono black deck is just really well tuned to beat the white blue heroic deck into oblivion.
It is.
Yeah, his only loss is to white blue heroic. But he
not against you. He just seemed to have everything he needed, just right when he needed it. And you were like, you've had good draws. You were a little landlight, but like, I don't think you kept anything too shaky. So, good. Just not a good match.
That mono black really designed to bring you down. As those ulcerates, I would have thought taking 3 damage would have been too risky, but those ulcerates, yeah, they did.
I mean, when you have Gary's,
I guess that's
it's
true.
not that bad. I mean, Vendetta saw a decent amount of play back in the day.
Is that you take damage to the toughness?
Yeah, it's like the reverse Swords of Plowshares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, he played the 4th daily with Hexproof.
He's crushing with Hexproof.
Doing pretty good. Although he says he thinks he's going to leave Hexproof for now, for the dailies, and might move to something else. But yeah, he's been doing real good with Hexproof, which is really cool. Site news, the final Paupers and Kings came out today, and that would be Tuesday. He's real happy. He's been playing Affinity. There are a lot of Affinity videos now up on the site if you want to go watch them, both Pauper and Modern. And don't forget, as we've already talked about, Patreon site. You can go help support this content. And also, he wanted me to give you another reminder about him streaming every Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. Pacific time. Oh, and he accepts challenges. Don't forget that. If you go out there and say, I challenge you, he'll do it.
And he records all of the streams and puts them up on YouTube, or I guess Twitch must just have that functionality now.
Yes.
That is just a built-in transport from Twitch over. But
it's not automatic. It's really, really difficult, but it works.
I have no idea how any of that behind-the-scenes stuff works. But if you do stream with him, you will end up forever immortalized on the YouTube. So. Oh
yeah, and he talks to the chat during the streams as well, so it's all good.
About the support thing, we are there are more ways than the Patreon, and this in April we are doing the swag thing, so there will be stuff, and the only guaranteed way to get it is to be a huge patron right now. But of course, we can't do single things probably, so there will be other ways to get the swag as well.
That'll be cool.
I know I want details, one, but I hope they're. I'm hoping for a MagicGatheringStrat hoodie. That would be awesome.
Heck yeah! I want a hoodie, a T-shirt, some underwear, a mug.
What? Wait, that went a little sideways there in your list of things. A mug would be nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Boxer briefs.
Boxer
I'm not
briefs.
sure. What?
I didn't say anything about boxer briefs.
I'm just saying. They're comfy.
I'm just saying, if it ain't a thong, I ain't wearing it.
Horrible
anyway,
mind imagery. Oh.
This week, what I don't really have any announcements or deck updates, but I did play last Friday at the F&M for release day. Yay, me.
Yay.
I ended up 3-1. Woot woot. Yeah, thank you.
What did you lose to?
I'd like to say I lost to Siege Rhino.
Oh. Natural enemy of a good red deck.
Yeah, but I made some terrible mistakes that led to my ultimate demise. But Siege Rhino does not allow you to make any mistakes. Just FYI on that.
Just a hammer. Just a hammer.
Yeah. So anyway, let's take a look at the deck I played with. Yay, there's the deck. Okay, I got 4 Hoplites, 4 Crusaders, 4 Swift Spears. In the enchants, I have 4 Hammerhand, 4 Dragon Mantle. And over here for the pump, I have 4 Rouse the Mob, because it's so easy to strive it. Coordinated Assault, because it targets 2 things. Titan Strength, you know what that does. And also Crowd's Favor. So very handy. This is more of a heroic deck than anything else. It is an aggro deck, but there's a lot of control elements. Like I have 4 Magma Spray, 4 Wild Slash, and in the main I have 2 Lightning Strike. I have more Lightning Strike in the sideboard. We'll get to that in a minute. 20 lands. And there it is. The interactions. There's so many interactions here. It's crazy. For example, one time, actually this happened more than once, but one of my favorite moments was turn 1, a Crowan Crusader. Turn 2, Dragon Mantle, draw a land, play the land, swing with the Crusader. Some sort of swing with the Crusader and the token that just got generated. Some sort of, I don't know, removal happens. Someone else, the opponent plays a Magma Spray or whatever they have to destroy it. I would then cast, using the 1 mana to either do a Titan Strength, a Coordinated Assault, anything, triggering another token to be generated, using that token to convoke Crowd's Favor to then target the Crusader, generating another token and putting him out of reach of the Magma Spray.
That's crazy. That's good stuff.
And then I have 4 people, 4 little dudes on the board ready to attack the next turn. It's amazing. I love it.
Sweet.
Yeah. It was great. So let's take a quick look at the sideboard. I kind of missed one of the pictures. You'll see they're not like the other. I didn't have them all at the same time for whatever reason. If I need more creatures, I have the Mogus Warhound because he also acts as a nice little enchant. Stoke the Flames, only have a 1 of because I only own 1. Rending Volley in case there's something big and white or blue that I need to take care of. Flame Speaker's Will, that's kind of a placeholder because there just aren't enough artifacts to matter. Lightning Strike, that's 1 too many. I need to fix that. But then there's Peak Eruption for the mirror match. And I also played my league match this week against Shifting Shadows. It was a sort of mirror match. We were both playing mono red, and I did win that match. So I'm now 3-0 in the league.
Nice.
Yeah, thanks.
I am 0-1-2. I'm dropping. Because at the best I'm going to end up is 1-1-2. I mean, that shouldn't get me into top 8. I mean, so just not best luck of meeting my opponents this time around or having opponents. So, but I never got a feel for the format, unfortunately. So I'm glad you've had success, though.
Well, thanks.
I'm glad Baba has. I'm sorry that Dan didn't.
I won 1 match by my opponent conceding because we have scheduling problems and he blamed himself.
Oh,
that's
man.
nice of him.
I offered to concede, but he conceded in response. So that's my 1 win. So I have also dropped now.
Your concede was on the stack, but then he conceded before you.
It resolved first.
Yes.
So.
All right. Well, there's kind of my red aggro control-y deck. Because I discovered that almost all of my burn spells are used for removal, and my creatures are the ones that get in. So I would just remove everything. Because there seems to be this gap. A lot of stuff has 2 and 3 toughness until you reach to then there's a big jump to like 5 toughness. It's
the Siege Rhino.
Yeah, Siege Rhino is significant. And then if anybody's playing dragons, and some people were, you have that to deal with as well.
Was it a lot of Ojutai and pretty much none of the other dragons?
I didn't face any dragons.
Oh, okay.
I faced a lot of heroic. And then that one Abzan deck with the Siege Rhinos.
Yeah, I mean, Abzan's going to be strong. Seems like Ojutai is going to be the only constructed playable Alder Dragon.
Yeah.
So maybe the red-green one.
Atarka.
Atarka, yeah, he seems.
One guy was playing a black blue, splashing white for Ojutai,
and
like total
Solemgar?
Dragon's Death.
Solemgar just doesn't seem like. I'm just not all that impressed by stealing one thing.
No, it wasn't. Solemgar wasn't in there.
It was just an Esper build.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Okay, theoretically, that should be really strong in the format. So, because it's got the good black removal, can protect Ojutai.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was pretty cool, and I played all of this at Insane Comics in the Colony. That's where I played.
Insane.
They're good people. I like them. Cool dudes. Okay. And
just want to mention about Standard that Mattia is doing Absan videos on the channel.
Oh, that's right.
And I just uploaded in the background here another daily with Absan Control.
Nice. Absan Control, it's strong.
Absan has a control build?
It looks like modern when you look at the video. It's like, oh, Thoughtseize, Siege Rhino, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'll have to check them out.
Yep. There's already 1 or 2 up. And then another one coming right now.
Awesome.
Well, there you go. All right, speaking of F&M, go ahead. Make it happen. You can do it. I've already seen some Twitter activity on making taking Standard Pauper to the local card shops, which is very cool. I'm looking forward to hearing more about that. If you do make it happen, I'll support in any way I can. Got this little podcast here, and take pictures. I'll post them, and send me deck lists. We'll talk about them. It'll be great. Okay, well, I guess that brings us to the Pauper Classic Tuesday. Can you tell if they're still playing?
I popped on, and it didn't look like it was running this week.
Really?
Yeah, I couldn't see. I popped into the room, and a couple of the normal guys were just playing, but none of the crazy titles that they normally give the matches or anything. So I'm not sure if they're like between events or...
March 31st? That was today.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
over.
Wow, that went quick. How many?
Yeah. 22 players.
22 players. Wow. It must have just flew by tonight.
Wow. Yep. Mono black.
Mono black.
And then Hot Piss. Thanks, Scion of Justice.
Come on, man.
This is a family show, damn it.
PG.
That's elves, apparently.
Hot Piss.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta look at it now.
He was playing.
Lols.
He was playing in the room against.
What the hell?
I can't remember the other player now. And the other player is just playing mono black control, and he had 2 witches on board, and I couldn't watch anymore because the 2 witches just could kill everything. So
13 lands.
Temporal Spring.
Yeah.
That looked random.
That's
wow.
weird.
Wow. Spider Stalk Armor? Thermal cards?
Side, yeah.
There's another elf deck at number 4.
Let's look.
Is that a more normal elf stack?
Yes.
Okay.
How the hell did Scion do that? And the hot... Still 13 lands. That's so crazy.
Main deck Spider Stalk Armor.
Yeah. Oh, I understand that. Distant Melody.
A Spider Silk Armor has shot up in price.
Really? How much is it?
Like $3.
Wow.
This is 3 colors out of the board.
Mm-hmm.
The top red.
It's at $330 right now.
$330.
Gained 200% since March 15th.
Damn.
Yeah.
Glad I already bought mine.
Glad I don't play green.
Yeah, go buy your Dazes. Daze
Yeah,
boy.
I bought mine for 15 cents when Ursus was being drafted.
Oh my god.
Then I sold them for $1, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well, hey, that's 10 times profit almost.
Long Time Gone had an interesting deck in this as well.
4 days Delver.
Yeah.
Let's look at what we got here.
Wonder how many days he's
Cloud. 4! Hey, wow, look at that. Counterspell. Do Treasure Cruise. You only have that for when does that go away? This after downtime?
Today.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Or today.
Today. After the downtime.
And then they're going to go, April Fools. Get to keep it in Pauper.
You have to play 8 Treasure Cruise.
Yeah.
There is an Infect deck in here as well.
Uh-oh. Infect. Without Invigorate?
Yeah.
What's white? It's got to be Apostles. Yep, there's Apostles. Seal of Strength. One of my favorite cards. I love that card. Mutagenic Growth.
Oh,
I don't like the
with
Augurs,
Hunger?
but I approve of the rest.
I mean, Augur with Hunger of the Hell Pack, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
That's pretty strong.
That's tempting.
I mean, definitely sets that up nice, so...
Yeah, because you can give... Yeah, if you give... So that'd be a 4/4. And then...
Hickory
Hunger
Woodlock
makes it a
looks interesting
7/7. Depletion counters.
Woodlock. Why?
Yeah,
double mana.
that's the double mana one.
Oh, okay.
So,
I thought it was
like
the storage
Mamba.
counter one. Okay. Huh. That's a good Infect build.
Yeah,
not
I like
bad.
it. I love the fact that it's running 16 Infect creatures as well, and not the 14 or 13 count. 4
Sisbear.
rockets in the sideboard as well.
Right.
How Sisbear is 3,
Uh-huh.
and then Rotwolf is 3?
Yeah, they're actually very similar in power. You have to... It really depends on the metagame. I used to run a mix of them.
Mm-hmm.
But
Seems like a
the
mix
fact that
of-
Sisbear has 3 toughness is really important sometimes.
Yeah.
Depends a lot on what people are playing. But I think a lot of people are playing 4/5 bolts right now.
So
Wow.
the Sisbear is just more resilient.
Yes.
He's not running any of the... What's the artifact Infect guy that gets Infect creatures back?
No.
No, he's
No.
not running any of those.
No, Rotwolf's the one that gets them back.
That's why he died to Mono Black Control.
I can't remember the name of that
guy is a
card
nightmare
now.
for Mono Black Control.
What's the name of the card?
Corpse Cur.
Yeah, Corpse
Cur, that's what I'm thinking of.
But it's hard to run it with the 16 land, especially if your woodlots die before you are able to produce 4 mana.
Yeah. So he just wanted to keep his curve like it is. I mean, look at it. 29 ones, 11 twos, 4 threes. I mean, that's about as tight as you can get this type of deck. That's awesome.
It is.
Really good. I mean...
Oh, and also, we were just talking about him. The guy's playing the sweet Turbo Delve deck on our site.
That's
Tobias, yes, Tobias.
Yeah, Tobias.
He's playing all these sack lands, which are pretty damn cool.
Just the crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that deck is completely insane.
Yeah.
Completely.
Also
I just
playing
got the deck list from JPH Snake, where he combines that deck with Mono Black Land Destruction. So it's a turbo land destruction.
Oh my god.
Anglers, Dark Rituals, and land destruction. So I'm looking forward to
evil.
playing
That is
I might write about it today on MTGO Library, actually.
cool. That sounds burninating the paupers. Burninator.
Snake is also prophetizing then that Gurmagangler will be the big card in Pauper now.
Really?
Yes, because we know how powerful Delve is now from Treasure Cruise. And it survives the Flame Slash test. It blocks the affinity creatures. It's just
It does.
huge for Pauper. So
what about the Sage?
That was the reason he built the deck. Sorry?
What about the Sage? I think the Sage, he was pretty
Yes,
good.
Sage.
Yeah, him. That dude.
Yeah, he's in the Den of Bears Delver deck here, right? Yes.
Let's look.
Dan is running Sage.
3 of them.
Wow. And Delver. Top 4.
Captain and Ninja for a Sage.
Look at that. A Spire Golem.
All random last creatures. And a Spy Golem.
Why have Delver decks stop running Gataxian Probe?
You take too much damage. Against the other aggro decks. You have no life gain, so if the other aggro decks gain the upper hand, you are in trouble. Force Spike. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loves Force Spike. And when you think about the format, I mean, a lot of people tap out.
Oh, yeah. It
All
punishes
the
the
time.
greedy mana bases.
I mean,
Surely that must be a card availability issue, because I can't see ever running Force Spike over days.
I mean, I think he's been doing it for quite a while. I don't know what the reasoning behind it is, besides maybe just either not wanting to spend the money or not wanting to take the tempo hit. So,
I would think Den would have whatever cards he needed.
I mean, the last time I played against him and he was playing this deck, I mean, this is all foil that he plays. So he's invested a decent amount of money in getting the foil common. So I think he would have the Dazes if he wanted them.
Right.
Foil Days is pretty expensive.
Yeah. I mean, foil Delver is not a cheap card anymore. They're almost impossible to find, too.
A Foil Days is 100 tickets.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's the legacy players and stuff that drives that
Holy
up.
crap.
So I can see why he's not playing Days if he wants its whole deck to be foiled.
Yeah, that makes... Oh my gosh, that's bonkers. But I mean, those...
Notice the double losses to Mono Black Controller.
Embrace Zoltan both times, too. That's who...
yeah.
That's who Scion was playing. Maybe I did get to see the final.
You probably
Yeah,
did
I
that.
must have popped in on the final then, because that's who was playing right before we started the show. And I don't know which game I was watching. It was just me and them in there. Normally there's a crowd of people, so but Zoltan had 2 witches on board, and Scion just had a bunch of 1/1 dinks. So just didn't feel like something that he could have won. So Shrivel.
I was just seeing, I was like, isn't this the same card? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, why is he playing Nausea? Anyway, there you go. Corrupt Tendrils. Straight up wins. Dun, dun, dun.
All the way through. Beat Delver Rakdos Angler.
I'm guessing that didn't make it too far.
Wow.
Gurmag, Rager, Shrieker. Alright.
What?
Yeah, let's just
This
move
is a real
on.
format, folks. Come on.
We're not.
I mean, it's okay to be rogue, but
That's a little
come on,
much.
guys. Lightning Shrieker, come on.
I know you want it to work. It seems like it is almost a dash dragon. It
Almost.
isn't.
It is not.
It is not.
It is not.
Okay. Well, I guess we have the only one we haven't really looked at is the Affinity, but that's pretty much the Sun Chaser. Well, it's in... What?
Wow, what? And
without the card draw spell that goes with Quicksilver Behemoth. You usually have that draw as many cards as the casting cost of a creature.
Yeah, Rush of Knowledge.
Yes.
Huh.
Rushes. No Perilous researches either.
Nope.
What did he go? 3-1. Najay.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean he's a solid player.
Yeah. I've seen Najay's name quite a bit.
1 ATOG? So no
Just-
slings?
No, he's right on the back of... Return it to its owner's hand. Damn.
This looks like the old 2012 white Affinity build. Armadillo cloaks. I like it.
And the... Damn. There's
Wow.
2 more ATOGs.
That's a interesting build. He's won out with it.
Four Slayer Husk.
6.38
Look at this. Yeah.
and a 6-1.
6-1. That's amazing.
Wow.
Way to go, Najay.
But he ran into the elves and got covered in hot piss. Sorry.
Yeah. This is a family show, Dan. We don't
Family
talk
show.
about golden showers. All right, let's get back here. So, what do we got? Yeah, that's it. That is Pauper Classic Tuesday. It is over. We actually get to report on it as it ended. Neat. Well, cool, folks. But you know what that means, though.
Oh, here before we go to the end, did we want to talk about Tempest Remastered at all? I mean, it had such a limited amount of drops.
Yeah.
Too common.
I don't really have much to say about it. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna. What's that?
I think Whispers.
Whispers of the Muse.
Yeah, the buyback draw spell.
I mean,
Yes.
Draw a card.
I always like running like 3, knowing 2 are going to just be cantrips, and 1 was going to maybe get me some value later on down the road. Other than that, I think the only other card that's maybe fringe playable is Trample Sliver, but 3 casting cost in a Slivers deck just seems like something you don't want to do.
No, you can't do that. But I think Whispers of the Muse will be a strong card. I think it slots right into Tron, replacing Treasure Cruise. And I think control decks are also interested in that card.
I think it makes a more traditional control deck a little more viable. How do you feel about like Ball Gnomes for tricks or something like that?
What would you do with it? If you just want the life, you can just play a lone missionary and gain more life.
I mean, it's colorless, so it doesn't make you splash into a 3rd color in a black-blue deck, and you have the Grim Harvest to recur it.
That's true. Still not too exciting. It's just so
it's not
small
exciting. But I mean, that deck is kind of all about, value of playing incredibly.
Yeah, it also triggers Tragic Slip. So for the
that's
Morbid.
true.
So,
but what does it replace?
I have no idea. I mean, you would have to. I mean, if you ask Power T about it, he's going to go, Dan, we don't play with cards like that. Why are you asking me that? Dan, come on.
Yeah, I think that will be the response.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to they could have done a little bit more. Some of my all-time favorite cards are from Tempest Block. So I was hoping for more drops. But I mean, Modern Masters 2 is right around the corner, and hopefully that's when we're going to get some more exciting stuff drop down. So
Can you give me an example of what you think could be dropped down in Modern Masters?
I mean, my feeling is they drop a decent amount of stuff to common, and then they drop a decent amount of stuff from rare to uncommon. So I'm thinking they're going to follow suit because they need to balance it out for draft, right? Because it's blending all these blocks together that were not meant to be drafted together.
Right.
So hopefully we're going to see some stuff in Scars dropped.
What about... Hold on. There was something. Wasn't there a proliferate card?
That's interesting.
Yeah, there's a proliferate card at uncommon. What was it?
I miss Scars block, so I'm not super familiar with it.
I wasn't playing during Scars block either.
I did one draft with people that wanted to pull Jace the Mind Sculptors. And I'm like, you're going to have to buy more than 12 packs to pull a Jace. I mean...
I would love this to be common. That would be pretty awesome.
I mean, my thinking is, do you guys think they're actually going to reprint Gataxian Mana?
Yes. Yeah, of course they will.
In that format, though?
Yes.
Keeping in mind they want to keep limited balanced as much as they can.
Yeah, but I don't think Gataxian Mana does too much for limited.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't really draft it, so if anybody listening drafted it a lot, let us know in the comments. I'd like to see Contagion Engine drop down to common.
You can be fairly sure Infect will be one of the teams.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. They're going to destroy the format by making Infect super powerful.
The Shrines would be interesting.
The Shrines would be fun.
Noxious Revival, perhaps?
Ooh, to common?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar.
Beast Within.
Beast Within. That's it. There you go. Something. That would be cool. Yeah, Noxious Revival
that's the... Yeah, that guy. Okay.
Deluxico's favorite card.
I mean, it kind of feels like it's a common effect. It doesn't... If it went to hand, it feels like it's uncommon.
Right. Top of the library. But it is instant, so you can do it at instep.
Yeah.
And there's virtually no cost. One land.
Also have Go for the Throat. But that would just be another good black removal spell.
Yeah.
Which black has, at this point, an abundance of. I'm sure as we get closer and closer, people will have a good figure. They'll have a good idea of what could be dropped. So there'll probably be a lot more action between, rare to uncommon.
Hedron Crab would be interesting too.
Oh my god.
All of the landfall cards or the Metalcraft cards.
Landfall will probably be a team as well. If they don't save it for Zendikar.
Yeah, with Battle.
Oh, but think about it though. I don't think they're going to bring back Landfall with all 10 fetch lands in Standard. I do not see it happen.
I mean, the thing about it is they could go, okay, we're going to reprint the enemy. No, the enemy fetches were in Innistrad, weren't they?
No, they were in Zendikar.
They were in Zendikar. They were in Zendikar, so they could reprint those in Modern Masters 2.
They will probably be in Battle for Zendikar.
Yeah, I bet they're going to be Battle for Zendikar. That's why I don't think Landfall's coming back.
Will be back too. It's just way too popular to not include.
With 10 fetches?
Yeah, I don't think there's a big difference between 10 and 5 fetches. It's like 5 fetches give you what you need anyway. So,
you're not going to run 20 fetch or 40 fetch lands in your deck, no matter how bad you want Landfall to work. And I mean, when you stop and think about Landfall, the best creatures were in, red and blue for the most part. Huh. It's an interesting proposition. So...
All right.
Did we get land destruction land at common, like Tectonic Edge or Ghost Quarter?
Tech Edge?
Ghost Quarter.
Ghost Quarter is common.
What?
It's not common.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's always
Ghost Quarter is common.
Huh. I think you should see plenty of play in Classic Pauper.
Yeah. I mean, that's perfect anti-Tron tech that you don't feel bad about running main deck. Like,
wow. I really thought Ghost Quarter was common.
That card would be
Shows you what I know.
Yeah.
Ghost Quarter.
Ghost Quarter.
Yep, all uncommon. Yeah, they even printed it in uncommon and commander. I don't think they're going to print it in common.
I mean, it would be an awesome common.
If a card is printed at common in commander, is it legal for Pauper then?
Yeah.
So why has Commander had 0 impact on Pauper?
Because they don't they don't put anything.
They don't shift anything.
No, nothing. I've never seen anything shifted in Commander.
All right. That explains it. I have one more thing.
Yep.
In the upcoming weeks, we'll try to do a short limited segment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've been discussing how we're going to work that.
Yeah. But we'll talk a limited time on the show.
Limited
Starting
amounts.
Next week.
We're going to call this segment Very, Very Limited Resources.
Wait, no, that's trademark. Trademark can't go. Yep, we'll add that little tidbit. So, please go to MagicGatheringStrat.com and on the YouTube. Magic Gathering Strat. If you'd like to support us, go to patreon.com/MagicGatheringStrat. Want to follow us on Twitter? It's at MagicGathStrat. Also, at Cerulean Says Hi. Hello. You can follow me. If you want to follow Sam, it's at SPO7677. If you want to go to Facebook/MagicGatheringStrat, please like and subscribe. It really does help us. Although I know I saw some reaction GIFs on Twitter about people tune out as soon as you start asking them to like and subscribe. I don't really understand why, but hey, it's a free internet country. Do what you want. Whatevs.
No, stay, like, subscribe. Otherwise,
do it now.
Do it.
Otherwise, I kill you.
Subscribe to all of your YouTube alts now.
Right.
Yes. Make your mother subscribe to our channel.
Please?
It's a family show.
It's a family show, yeah.
So all your family needs to subscribe.
Subscribe to us, damn it. All right. Well, for the show, I am Brennan.
I'm Sam, and we're happy to have Dan back. Yay.
I'm Dan, and I'm happy to be back.
All right. And this has been the Magic Gathering Strat Show.
Magic Gathering Strat
Show. Boom.